Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. This is my weekly roadmap video update which lets you know what has changed week in, week out in Star Citizen's roadmap. As always, a massive thank you to my patrons. If you do like my videos and want to support my channel, follow the link in the description below to learn more. So for 3.6 and characters, the glass, visor and hood improvements, which is improving the look of hoods and just making them more intuitive, that is now at 0 out of 10. Last week it was scheduled. They now know what tasks they need to complete, which is a good step in the right direction. For locations, the rest stop space station exterior variations, that is at 14 out of 49. Last week it was 13 out of 47, so they've only completed one task, but they have added 2 tasks. For AI, the ship AI 3D pathfinding version 2 is at 1 out of 4. Last week it was 1 out of 3, so they have added an extra task to that one. The NPC bartender improvements is at 8 out of 33. Again, last week it was 8 out of 37, so they've not completed any new tasks, but they have added an additional 4. Now for gameplay, the hover mode is at 1 out of 3. Last week it was scheduled, so work is now underway. There's only 2 more tasks to go on this one. This is one of my most anticipated for 3.6. In weapon attachments, they are at 1 out of 11. Again, last week it was scheduled, so work has begun here too. We do kind of need FPS action to be a little more stable for this to really mean anything, but it'll be cool nonetheless. For ship system, Degradation improvements version 2, this is making the items and components look worn and degraded. That is at 1 out of 2. Last week it was scheduled, so there's only 1 more task to go there. System misfires, which work alongside Degradation improvements. This is at 11 out of 21. Last week it was 8 out of 21, so they've completed 2 on that. For transit systems version 2, last week it was 11 out of 31. This week it's 11 out of 32, so they've added an extra task to this as well. And the same goes for the law system version 1. They've added an extra task. It is now at 8 out of 23. So moving on to weapons and items, the Bayring S38 pistol, which looks like a cool little pistol, is at 4 out of 29. Last week it was scheduled, so it's good to see that's begun. The same goes for Claus and Werner Lumen 5 SMG. This was also scheduled last week. It is now at 4 out of 29, but this was also slated to be in the 3.7 build. It is now coming in 3.6, which is excellent. Finally, for 3.6, the Cortec, the distribution and ecosystem improvements have reduced by 1 task, so it's at 1 out of 24. Last week it was 1 out of 25. Now only 1 change in 3.7 in the weapons and items. It's the Animus missile launcher seen in inside Star Citizen's latest video. This moved from 3.6 to 3.7, so it looks like it's just a straight swap for the Lumen. The Lumen probably requires less work and is also slightly further ahead maybe, so work just shifted to make it so. Now again, only 1 change in 3.8, and it is in ships and vehicles with the Esperia Prowler. This is at 8 out of 43. Last week it was 4 out of 43, so they have actually completed 4 tasks on this. Even though it's not due till the end of the year, they are making decent progress. So that's it for this week. 3.6 work is now underway. Mostly seeing a few more tasks being added to certain areas. Obviously they feel that there's more they can do in these specific features. Todd Pappy did actually speak quite a bit on some of the features coming in 3.6, which has shed a little bit of light onto what some of the features actually are. So be sure to tune into tomorrow's Star Citizen Sunday and I will take you through what he said. Until then, make sure you follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tick the notification bell so you know when my videos go live. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.